Greetings all! Today we will be examining the relatively common water-type Pokemon Finneon, the Wing Fish Pokémon, and its uncommon evolution Lumineon, the Neon Pokémon. Though they might look to be just another fish family to some, the members of the Finneon family are unique creatures and lovely sights to see who have a few tricks up their sleeve when push comes to shove.
Finneon have ovoid bodies, with dark greenish-black upper forms with a pair of dorsal fins on the upper body, while the lower body and tail are a grayish-teal color with small pectoral fins, bright pink eyes, and a bright pink stripe that runs along the length of their body. They are also noted for their gorgeous tail fins, which have pink spots on them and flutter in the water like butterfly wings. Their evolved form, Lumineon, have a similar color scheme with stripes of grayish-teal and greenish-black along their frames, and a long tail that comes to a rounded end with a pink spot at the end. They possess a small pair of ventral fins on the underside that they use for movement on the seafloor, and their pectoral fins have morphed into a set of two-part greenish-black fins with grayish-teal edges that flap like butterfly wings in the water. Finneon are widely recognized and popular because of the form of their tail fin, as instead of possessing a single tail fin like almost all other species of fish, Finneon possess a pair of tail fins that are joined together at the base. The base is actually an advanced skeletal joint that can rotate itself like a door hinge through muscle contractions, allowing Finneon to flap their tail fins together like butterfly wings. This strange adaptation does not appear to have much functional purpose, however, as it does not substantially increase nor limit the mobility of these fish. In fact, while the tail fins allow them to jump energetically out of the water, predators have learned to take advantage of this, and Pokemon like Wingull will swoop down the moment Finneon break water for an easy snack. Judging from the patterns on the fins themselves, the only logical function of such an apparatus would be for distraction. Considering that people have come to nickname these fish the Beautifly of the Sea because of the fins' elegant movements, with a similar sentiment being paid towards the pectoral fins on their evolution Lumineon, such a hypothesis makes perfect sense. However, it seems that these tail fins do provide these fish an interesting edge in battle, in that they grant them the capacity to utilize moves that are otherwise off-limits to small fish Pokemon. Because their fins can be flapped similarly to an insect's wings, Finneon and Lumineon are able to naturally learn the gust, U-turn, and bounce attacks, which at least adds some variety to the otherwise basic moveset.
In addition, because of their capacity to use their forms to draw in water and push through it at high speeds, these creatures have access to Swift Swim and Storm Drain as base abilities, while those that are able to effectively cover their bodies in a veil of water in and out of their aquatic habitats can also have Water Veil as a hidden ability.
Sadly, though, in looking at the base stats of Lumineon, it can be seen that these creatures are not the best at combat, as while their base speed stat is above average for a fully evolved water-type Pokemon, they falter in all other categories, limiting the impact they can make in any sort of combat situation. Finneon are unique in that they can store solar energy through a special organ running along the sides of their body. The pink stripe running around their bodies marks the location of this special organ, as the skin there is thinner to allow sunlight through. While they tend to stay near the surface of the water during the day to absorb as much solar energy as possible, at night, Finneon dive to the depths of whatever body of water they are occupying and utilize this stored solar energy as a nightlight that allows the rest of their body to camouflage into the surrounding water, pumping it through the parts of their body that have thinner skin, which are all marked by a pink coloration, and utilizing bioluminescence to shine vividly in the darkness. This allows Finneon to lure in small prey for a meal during the safest time of the day for them to try and do so, as most predators are asleep at that time, but this sometimes has the effect of marking them as a future meal for the few predators that may still be awake. As a precaution, Finneon generally do not travel too far down in the water unless they know for certain that they are safe from attack, as most of the predators that do remain awake at night and regularly feed on them tend to congregate there. Consequently, Finneon are very popular with divers, and many resorts close to where they live will feed them to keep them close to the shore, where tourists and natives alike can enjoy their presence while keeping them in an area where a few of the main predators can follow them. Similar in equivalence to Finneon, Lumineon possess two pairs of pectoral fins anatomically arranged to be flapped like butterfly wings, though each of the four fins can be moved independently in order to make quick and precise movements in the water. However, the increased size of their fins makes Lumineon more vulnerable to attack, so they have adapted to life near the bottom of the aquatic environments they call home. To prevent any chance of stirring up large amounts of suspended material already within the water or below them, which would consequently cloud their vision, Lumineon use the two small fins on their underbellies to crawl along the bottom and gently scrape off sediment while hunting for their favorite prey item, Starmie.
Despite this, Lumineon still end up attracting unwanted attention, as the hunting strategies and the limited food resources available at these depths put them in direct competition with Lantern. Any fierce dispute between the two rarely ends well for Lumineon, and generally leaves more refuge for oceanic predators to clean up.
In addition, just like Finneon, Lumineon have the power to absorb solar power through special patches of thin skin, which become relatively invisible after evolution as a means of protecting them against predators. Lumineon use this stored energy to illuminate their bodies at night when deep below the water's surface. Besides allowing Lumineon to see around themselves more clearly, this illumination is again used by them as a means of attracting prey in the inky darkness. This light can be very bright in some cases, allowing people to see Lumineon on the bottom of a body of water shine and twinkle like stars. Again, however, this light does put Lumineon at risk of attracting sleepless predators. Thankfully, evolution grants them increased strength to fight off said predators, with only a few exceptions, such as monstrous Pokémon like Gyarados.
You know, it's sort of sad to see that a lot of people can take a look at some of the less combat-ready Pokémon out there, or ones that seemingly just look like another fish to them, and dismiss them entirely, and, well, I can't say they're entirely unwarranted in their opinions, but creatures like Finneon and Lumineon have a lot more going for them than they might actually think. It is true that they tend to be rather lackluster in terms of combat capabilities, but not every Pokémon has to be strong to be a sight to see. To some, they might just look plain and underwhelming in the daytime, but at night their bodies shine with a glorious color that makes them fantastic to observe in the wild, and even more in public urban locations if they happen to be near the shore. And given that, unlike the members of the Goldeen family, they don't have any parts on them that are likely to smash through glass, they can make for perfect companions if you've got a massive enough fish tank to admire them in. Honestly, I have to say that these fish won't offer much for battle, but at the very least, they are still a gorgeous sight to behold, and more than worth going after if you need a fishy friend for life.
While they may not prove to be the most powerful water-type Pokemon to work with, the members of the Finneon family are still intriguing creatures that can put on a nice light show if you wait until night. Their unique moves may not always be enough to make them worthy in a fight, but let them make the most of what they do have, and you might still be a bit surprised by their usefulness in a pinch.
Just do yourself a favor, and try not to get too close to them in the wild if you can, if you're not aiming to capture them. The display they give off in darkness might be a lovely sight, but it might also be a problem if you get within range and end up becoming a target for a predator of theirs looking to make a meal out of them.
Thank you all for watching this video. It is always a pleasure to help teach others about the world of Pokemon and the many facets of it that exist in both the world we call home and the world they call home. If you'd like, please leave a comment and subscribe and ring the bell to this channel to get regular updates on content and anything else that might be going on. You can find me and my written work on DeviantArt under the name Utitus, and be informed of information and content uploads on my Twitter page and my Patreon page. Donations are always welcome. Always remember, the world of Pokemon is a vast and varied place, and there's no telling what secrets might be hiding just around the corner. So keep watch, stay vigilant, and always prepare for the unexpected. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.